Hi and welcome along to a very special edition of All Guns Blazing. Is it number one podcast? We're up there, isn't it?
We're up there, man.
We're up there, man. DT's in the building as usual, and we've been joined today by a very special guest. Manchester United fan from the channel United Stand, Flex. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me down, guys. I'm ready to back myself, back the teams. I know especially this one can get a little bit, you know what I mean? So it's all good.
Now, everybody, I'm sure you know what the podcast is going to be about today. It's about the game. Manchester United coming to the Emirates to take on Arsenal. Kick off 5:30 on the Saturday.
Yeah.
It's a huge game for both teams. Both teams will go into it with a lot of confidence. They both scored a load of goals during the week. Arsenal putting 5 goals past Huddersfield. Manchester United putting 4 goals. Impressive victory over Watford. Both teams have superstar players. Arsenal in Ozil, Sanchez and guys like that. United, Pogba, Mkhitaryan, Lukaku. It's all set up, you know. Wenger, Mourinho. It's all set up to be such an excellent game. Now, you know what? We got Flex on. He's going to talk about United and, you know, what Arsenal have got to fear. I had a kick off for you, DT. How are you feeling ahead of that game?
I'm confident.
You're confident?
Yeah, I am. If you would have asked me before the international break, I'd have been dreading it. But there seems to be a bit of a change around within the team. And it's not, you know, we've played a couple of poor sides and we've kind of got results we were expected to get, and you're kind of getting a bit carried away for yourself. We put some real good performances in. You know, we played Spurs, who apparently were going to win the World Cup and the Euros and everything else before they come up against us. And put it bluntly, we bullied them for 90 minutes. We bullied them. And then we went to a completely different test against another top 6 side, Burnley. Brilliant.
I saw your tweet. That was brilliant, where he said something about
all the top
6 sides won this week, and he listed the top 6 sides. What was it? So it was Man City, Man United, Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, and Burnley. Right, no Spurs in there. That was classic. It was brilliant.
You know what I mean? But it's just, you know, that was a completely different game to Spurs, where you know that Burnley are not going to come out and play expansive football. They're not going to, you know, try and open you up and leave themselves, you know, gaps so that you can get in. They're a physical side. They're where they are for a reason, and not many teams are going to go to Burnley and get a result. They're a real solid side, and in that first half, they put it up us big time, and they got some big guys up front, not technically gifted, just lumps. And normally they would have bullied our back line, but we withstood that. We actually stood there and said, "Come on, then, come bully us." And between Mustafi, Monreal, and Koscielny, we stood up to the test. And then once it went into the second half, the game started to open up a little bit more, and we started to take more control. Got to give Arsene Wenger credit that he made a slight tactical change, where he moved Alexis from out wide to more central to get him more involved, and it kind of threw Burnley off a little bit. And the more Alexis was involved, he wasn't that influential in the game. But as a player, you see someone like Alexis in front of you, you've naturally got that reservation, like, well, we've got to be careful because he could just pull something out of the bag. Doesn't matter how bad you're playing, like the days of Henry and Ian Wright and stuff like that, could play poor for 90 minutes, one chance comes on, bang, goal. So that kind of made Burnley retreat a little bit, and we just that little lack of cutting edge, but when we needed to, we got the goal and we had to. And then last night there was a period during that second half, if we play football like that, there's not a team on this planet that can live with that. It was Wenger ball, as they say, and it was so nice to see again.
Wenger ball.
Well, that's what they. You know what? That's what they call it, and you know, and it was very reminiscent of the old days, and it was just one touch football, and it was in
slick, wasn't it?
Triangles, and and Huddersfield were just looking around like, what has just happened? And Mesut Ozil, at that period, different level. It's like he since the Man City game, him especially has taken a different step. It's like I don't know whether he's heard the criticism. I don't know whether he's taken on board some of the criticism.
Auditioning for United.
Not going to happen. He ain't going there. He ain't going
So you said
there.
about Van Persie?
What's he going to go? I never spoke about Van Persie. Van Pagan. You know what I mean? At the end of the day,
Pagan got that title, yeah.
Ozil, you see, what's he going to play in Man United's team for when they play defensively? They'll probably play him left back. You know what I mean? So it's not going to happen. But he's just genuinely, it's just his overall contribution in the game. He's running more, he's getting back more, he's tackling, he's fighting, and you know, you look at it and you think, I look at the Burnley game for example, and he didn't play, and maybe there are certain games during the course of a season where it's not suited for him, and maybe we do need to tactically change accordingly, in the same sense, I do think we missed him against Burnley. There was that.
He opens teams up, doesn't he? He's got that,
it is. So that's why the manager gets paid what he does. You know what I mean?
So,
to try and pick it selectively. But
so you just heard him describe their three excellent victories. What about United? What shape do they come into this game in?
In different form, man. We've got some points on the board that we really, really needed to get. I mean, the Watford game we had to win. The Brighton game we had to win. Because what our fans are doing, and at the minute we're trying to stay in this title race. It's key for us, and we're 8 points off City, and we want to stay touching distance by the time we play them, which is the game after yours. If City have a double points lead by the time we play them, pretty much curtains. You're probably not going to catch them, and that I think that's what our fans have been talking about. If I'm honest, a lot of our fans have been brushing this one under the carpet. Arsenal, we're going to roll them over. Yeah, we'll be fine with that.
Why? Well, because you know, as you just heard DT describe it, we actually Arsenal this season at home, they've not lost a game. Not only have they not lost a game, they've won every game. And the last 2 seasons.
No, the last time we lost a game was January the 31st.
Yeah.
And before that, it was Liverpool at the start of the season. No,
Premier League.
Watford.
At home, you mean?
In the Premier League, it was Watford.
And before that, it was the first game of the season against Liverpool. The Emirates, away from home, Arsenal have been poor, but at the Emirates, they've been very, very strong. Why are your fans just thinking it's going to come and brush us away?
For me, I've been disagreeing with fans in our fan cams in recent games where they're saying that they're going to roll over Arsenal, and I think they're just thinking of the old Arsenal. You know, the Arsenal that is toothless, spineless, the Arsenal that used to get rolled over by Man United. But for me, it hasn't happened for a long time. You know, we've been on a decline, obviously, since Fergie left, and we've been. Then Van Gaal come in and we played dire football. Mourinho's come, settled the ship and got us 2 trophies in the bag last year.
Forgot David Moyes.
No. You know, he's not part of our history. We don't speak about David Moyes. But we've been on a roller coaster, and only now under Mourinho we started to establish our character and see the direction we're trying to go. But in terms of against Arsenal away, like I've been saying in my reviews of the games and previews and stuff, am I confident of coming there and getting the win? I haven't seen evidence to suggest that we're going to go there and win. Last year, yes, we had 1 hour in the Europa League, but we still played poorly. The year before that, got spanked. We haven't won there for a while, so we can't take you lot lightly. And like I said, for the big games, you can say what you want about Arsenal, man. You can say what you want about Wenger and all the shit going on behind the scenes. You lot turn up. You do for the big games at home. And we have to. Mourinho has to find a way to use our best assets at the right time, because yes, they need to be on the field, but we can't go all guns blazing and say and play Martial, Rashford, Lukaku, go at them.
Why?
Do you know why? Because I think at home, I'll tell you why. I think at home you guys are going to be on the front foot, and we have to show a degree of containment. We have to, and I think your weaknesses
the other players can be containing. Those guys can be getting back, can't they?
They. What I mean is,
I don't get this mentality sometimes with United, right? That I look at your team and the players that you've got right throughout. These are players that you spent a lot of money on. These players, more than any other team, even more than City, isn't it?
Not far off City,
right? And come on, you should be when you go to certain grounds, you should be unleashing these guys. But it seems like every time that Mourinho, like the game against Tottenham, who's very negative, the game against Liverpool away,
he's scared of losing. He's scared of losing.
It is
That's what it is. He's scared of losing. We all know that Liverpool's defence is poor. don't get me wrong, when we went there, we got slapped and we was just in a completely different place to where
maybe Mourinho's sensible as well.
But that's how he is, though, isn't it?
But the thing was, Mourinho set up for a 0-0. And I've got no doubt in my mind, I think Mourinho's going to set up for a 0-0. If you was to ask Jose Mourinho now, will you walk away from the Emirates with a point, he'll take your hand off.
Do you know what?
I genuinely think he will.
Do you know what? If we would have messed up against Watford or Brighton or something, yeah, I think so. Because the default Mourinho, let's face it, his recipe for winning titles is not get beat against the big boys away from home, beat them at home, beat all the lower teams. That's his recipe for success. He never tries to go big away from home against the big teams and try to play offensive. We know that. But with United fans on his back to trying to keep chase with City, this is a must-win game for us, you know. Like, this is a must-win game in terms of looking for the title. Yes, the top 4 aspirations and not losing against Arsenal would be a good result, etc., etc. You're trying to catch us, etc. But in terms of our hunt for the title, this is actually a must-win game. We're trying to stay in touch in points with City. That's what we're trying to do because we've got them after you. But that's why a lot of the fans are kind of looking past the Arsenal game because they're just fixated on the City game. But to have to come to Arsenal having to win.
Yeah, but the thing is as well, do you not think as well that when you look at it, Mourinho might be thinking, you know what, we play City after. If we beat City and get a point
that might not be the bad
at the Emirates, then that's a good 2 games. Away to Arsenal, there's a point. Is it home to Man City?
Home to Man City, yeah.
Then they win that. Then they're looking at that and saying, you know what, that 1 point could be crucial to kick.
Listen, but I understand.
You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I understand Mourinho being. Listen, his formula's worked over the years,
exactly.
Especially against Wenger, because basically he's been very negative, and then he's caught us on the counter. But I'm just saying, with the players that he's got.
No, I know.
Juan Mata, all these sort of players. Come on, surely,
you know what?
Surely they should be on the front foot a bit more.
The fans have been screaming out for it, and I think, do you know what it is? It's like you know what you get when you buy it. It's like that. When Mourinho's come to United, yes, we are.
Was you happy?
I was happy.
Was you happy?
I was happy. Because
what are you moaning about for then? You know the style of football he's going to bring.
Exactly. I'm not complaining about it. That's what I'm saying. As a whole fan base, this is what I mean. People have been getting on to Mourinho.
But was you happy? The Liverpool game. When you went to Liverpool, that's like a massive local derby,
with that.
And he was that negative. You're happy with that?
I wasn't happy with that. There's a difference between being difficult to beat, and just sitting there and saying we're not even going to try and attack. And it was the same thing at the Emirates last year. I know, like I said, I don't want to keep saying that was the reason why we lost because you were the better team on the day. But we did take players out of the team, and we did have one on Europa. However, I saw Martial left back. Do you know what I mean? I saw him left back, and to go against your big rivals, we're used to these massive firework games like between the two of us. Do you know what I mean? And to see us just sit back, it's not nice, and that's what's annoying a lot of the fans.
Is this still one of those games? Is this still, like when this game comes around, and this is for both of you, do you still look on this and say this is mega?
Yeah.
Or is it for United fans? Is it for you just another? Yeah,
for me personally, if you're asking me personally, it's always a massive game. Always will be. Always has been.
I feel that there's a lot of Man United within their fan base that are just palming this game off.
100%.
And the last set of fans to do that?
Spurs.
And they got slapped. So I don't understand where this confidence comes from. They've not beaten us at the Emirates since 2012. They've not even scored at the Emirates in over 3 seasons. They're not finished above us in 4 seasons. So I don't get where this confidence comes from.
Finished above us last season.
No, they didn't.
Oh no, they didn't. What am I talking about? Europa League.
That's what I mean.
We didn't. Do you know what I mean?
They've forget about the Europa League.
Since Fergie's left, they've only gotten a Champions League place once. They finished 6th and 7th. So do you know what I mean?
This is what I'm saying, and this is what I agree.
This is what I'm saying, and I don't get where this confidence comes from. Where you can have a degree of confidence about your team, but the way they're just dismissing it, like, you know what, we're going to slap Arsenal. Give me something to show me why you're going to slap us up.
Have you moved behind us then?
No.
Why?
No.
I think now.
The stats when he just says that as it is, right?
Do you
know what?
It was my pride. It was my pride that took me there. It was my pride. That was default pride.
You know what? This is the thing.
Say that again. Say that. Hold on, wait. Repeat back again. So Flex can hear you clearly, right? So the last, because
they've finished above us in 4 seasons. They've not won at the Emirates since 2012. They've not even scored at the Emirates in 3 seasons. The last 2 games have been 2-0 and 3-0 respectively. I don't get where this confidence has come from. Man United finished 4th, 6th, 7th. I can't remember what order it was, but those are what they are. And yet, we got slagged off for finishing top 4. And it's like, Manchester United are a bigger club than Arsenal. I don't disagree with that. They've won the most trophies in England. We have to give that the respect it deserves. So under Fergie, they were a different monster. Right now, are teams scared of Man United? No, they're not.
They're not scared.
Man United should be more worried about playing us on Saturday than we should have been.
Ooh. What do you think?
Given how we've been playing against you over recent years, I'll give you that. And given your home form and our away form, which has been doing this season, I agree with that. I do agree with that. We've been accused of a lot of our fans. Nah, not that you're a better club.
Why do you think you're a better club than us right now?
Because we're a bit right now.
No, not bigger, better.
Because
you've not finished above us in 4 seasons.
Do you know why? I think we've tried to impact change on our club, and I think that's the problem with your club. We've been trying to find a solution since Fergie left. You're trying to find a solution to get Wenger out or whatever because you're not happy with what's going on. So we're in a transition. We're still in a transition.
That's a long transition.
That's a long.
Who sets a time limit on a transition? You can't just come in and say, Fergie, our most successful ever manager's gone. You got 1 year to just carry on.
I know, but
so when Fergie was going, now man says, 4 or 5 years down the line, the transition period will still be going.
We've got to take it. Well, your transition or not lack of transition has been 12, going on 13 years.
But from when Arsene Wenger leaves, and
the man's left. Well, you can't put a time on transition.
There's stuff going on.
In 10 years' time, you don't win nothing.
We're not at 10 years. We're not at 10 years. We're not at 10 years. I can't say that. We're not at 10 years. We're not at 10 years. How long's the
transition?
But you're nearly at half a decade.
Nearly.
So what's a reasonable transition?
I think this is what I think. I think when we started this season, I said we need to mount a title challenge to show some progress. No team in this league, it's such a tough league, has a divine right to say, we should be winning this league this year.
Of course.
It's difficult, So for me, a title challenge, because let's face it, like I said, we finished 6th last year. So to go from 6th to 1st is a massive improvement with all the teams improving around you. So in terms of the transition, I don't want to see us go 10 years without winning the Premier League. I do want to see us win it within the next couple. I want to see us win it under Jose. Jose's not, for me, is not going to be a manager who's going to stick around for 10 years plus. That's not in his DNA. He's already been having whispers about PSG and flirting with different jobs. That's different.
See, before Fergie come along, you went 25 years without a league title.
It's not going to happen again.
That could be the new transition.
You know what? I can't see it. You know
maybe that's the time.
But this is the thing, If you would have turned around to Liverpool fans in 1991, I think it was, the last title they won, and said to them, we're going to transport you to 2017, you won't win another title, they would have turned around and went, yeah, right. And then you tell them that Man United are going to go past your league title win.
But that's like anything. I could say after you had the Invincibles, I'll say to you, you wouldn't win it for however long.
I know, I wasn't expecting it, but that's what I'm saying. You never know. But what I'm saying is, for the club the size of Manchester United and with the amount of money you have and the amount of money you're spending, that transition should have happened.
Should be quicker.
We should have better results. I mean, finishing 7th and stuff like that.
From a lot of fans that I know, that Man United fans, and they've said to me, they're not happy. They're not happy with Mourinho. They're not happy with the style of football. So it's like, it's a really weird one where you're sitting second in the league. You have just won the Europa League and whatnot, but yet fans are not happy.
Do you know what it is? It's kind of a 50-50. What I'm getting outside the grounds, listening to fans, talking to fans, is some fans love Mourinho, winning mentality, proven record, and is actually delivering progress. Came in his first season, won 2 trophies, got his winning mentality into the squad, couple of buys in the summer, didn't get exactly what he wanted, because there is some little things where a lot of fans feel he hasn't been backed by the board this summer. And I know, listen, I know, that's what I'm saying. Have our board, you know what I mean? Yeah, but we got higher standards, we got higher standards than your board. Right, do you know what it is? And this is what I'm saying, so I want to give you insight into what's going on in the fan base, right? Mourinho wanted 4 targets, a right winger being one of them, which was Perisic. We didn't get that. He got Lukaku, yes, Lindelof, and Matic, who's been a revelation. But a lot of the fans are blaming the board for not
Lindelof has been a revelation.
No. Matic.
Matic. I thought you said Lindelof. I was like,
Matic.
I was just looking around there like, what?
Do you know what though? He's starting to get his feet under the carpet. He's turned into a decent
lucky
player.
not playing Lacazette on Saturday.
Well, but that's a different thing. But what I'm saying is that some fans, half of the fans are anti-Mourinho. As soon as we lose, he's this, he's that. One fan said to me on the fan, he's a dinosaur from the fucking past. He don't know what he's doing. He's nothing on Pep. And you've got the other side of the coin and they're literally in Mourinho. We trust. Calm down. Mourinho knows what he's doing. For me, I'm happy with Mourinho. I want him to be at the club. I think he's the right man to take us forward. I have to accept. I'm not happy with the way he approaches some games. I understand that, and that is a frustration with Man United. We should be attacking every team.
Do you know what? I see a certain similarity between us in teams in the fact that we've got neighbours that have been doing things. Now, the Arsenal fans voiced their opinion over Spurs finishing above us last year. It's the only time in 20 years. But we voiced our opinions. We protested. We've done this. We've done... And it's slowly starting to look...
protested.
Yeah, I protested. we have slowly started to see certain things happening. Now, obviously, time will tell, but, we've just brought in the guy from Barcelona. We've just brought in the guy from Borussia Dortmund. In their field, they are arguably two of the best in the world in that specific position. So, off the field, we look like we are slowly starting to build for life after Arsene Wenger. We are ready to make that transition. I don't see Man United making that transition when they went from Fergie and they jumped straight in with David Moyes. I didn't see, no contingency plans and stuff like that.
It was a perfectly thought out transition. He's Scottish.
Yeah, well,
Fergie's Scottish.
They sat in the office, had a whiskey, and that was decided that was. But what I mean is,
one Scot for the other. Yeah, perfect.
Where I think that we're the same in the sense is that maybe with the way that Man City are playing, it's going to push your fans to moan so much, or
you're right.
I might say protest, or be so irate because they're not going to accept Man City doing what they're doing. Because right now we're in a great place at Arsenal because we're like power shift.
Yeah,
where's that? You need to catch Burnley before you talk about us.
Yeah.
If there's a real power shift going on, it's in Manchester. Not in North London.
Our fans are worried about that. You're 100% right. And if City weren't doing as well as they are at this point...
Then do you think that they might be giving Mourinho more time
potentially,
right now?
Yeah, I do.
Say for argument's sake you were behind, I don't know, Chelsea, for example. Something
wouldn't be as bad.
It may seem like, Chelsea spent so much money and we'll get there, let's just give Mourinho time. But because it's Man City, because they're playing the football they're playing, and they're literally going, you know what, I want that player. Thank you.
And they're just getting it.
Thank you.
But you know what, that's why I think a lot of our fans... We're Man United. We're the biggest club in the world. We're one of the most attractive clubs in the world to players. And we've got the neighbours across the road saying...
You're not used to being...
Hang on a minute. Open checkbook. Bang. What we've got a shit defence. We've got a shit keeper. All right, watch this. Bam, 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 bam. And I'll look at them at the back.
Mind you, having said that, you lot have been spending quite a few
100%.
yourself. You've been doing the similar,
and that's what the fans is like, have we really spent the money? We've got a lot of dead wood at the club.
Paul Pogba,
we've got a lot of
when
dead.
you bought him, he's a world record fee.
And look, that's again, we always talk about the fees and stuff. It ain't the player's fault, etc., etc. And with the Pogba thing, when he was come 90 million, everyone expect him to score a goal every game. Yes, you're going to expect big things from a player like that, but you have to find his feet.
But even this summer,
he's playing well. He's playing well.
Lukaku, you spent a lot of money on Lukaku. You spent a lot of money on Mkhitaryan, all these players that you bought in. Matic, Lindelof. You spent a lot of money again.
That's what I mean.
We're spending.
We're spending. Pay for Lukaku, 90 odd million, and we spent 50 odd for Lacazette, and I think we've got a better deal all day long.
Who's the better player?
There's only one goal between them.
Who's the better player?
One goal.
Let me ask that question.
Right, Lacazette is the better finisher by a million miles. Lukaku is more powerful, right? He should be breezing through the Premier League because he's used to it. Lacazette's got to have a transitional period. What I'm noticing with Lacazette, he is now slowly starting to get with the transition of the Premier League. Tottenham, along with Man United, have got the best defence in the league. Right? Even with Alderweireld not there, still got a solid defence. He run that back line ragged.
His movement's excellent.
And the thing is, speaking to Man United fans, they're saying Lukaku's got no movement. Yeah, he's.
Let me ask him. Who do you think's the better player, Lukaku or Lacazette?
The fact he's even debating it gives it the answer.
It's Lacazette. It is Lacazette.
Lacazette? That's surprising because for you to say that, because Lukaku started off the season on fire.
He did. And I still back him to get tons more goals. But what Lukaku's actually doing is nothing different to Everton. Yeah, where he gets a batch of goals, goes on a barren spell. Touch ain't great.
Doesn't score against the big teams.
Hasn't scored against the big teams so far. Now they're the things that I'm going to be honest. They're question marks that he has to answer. That wasn't me. So I was happy we got Lukaku and still happy we have him. I think he can fit a jigsaw within our team. He has to improve though.
Here's a question.
He has to improve.
I've got one question. Would you have rathered Morata?
No, I'll be honest with that.
Okay.
I'll be honest with that. When it was that way round, when Lukaku looked like he was destined to go to Chelsea, didn't it? And it looked like Morata was definitely coming to United, and all of a sudden, literally in a day, it just was like Lukaku's. At the time when that was going on, I was thinking that seems the wrong way round. Like Morata seems like a player for Chelsea. The way they play, got a good touch on him, can link up with the players. We like to put balls in behind. Like we like to play on the last shoulder, get our because Zlatan last season, though we scored early goals for me. Because of its lack of pace, we didn't look right.
Okay, let me ask you another one.
Yeah.
Pogba.
Yeah.
Or Ozil.
Pogba.
Ozil. World Cup winner. As well.
Pogba.
Behave yourself.
Pogba.
Yeah. As he's starting to find his feet now, you stand up and be counted in any game. Whether we're under the cosh, can get us out of the cosh. Like I said in our video, I think Ozil's a luxury player in terms of you have to have players behind him who are going to do the dirty work, and then you get the ball who are less players who are less able, give it to us who go and work your magic, go. Pogba for me, pick up any game with a scrap of the net, pick it up. Right, I'm taking my team up this pitch and we're going to go and win this game. That's what I think.
For you,
Ozil, it's different class. Different class. I've never had a problem.
Different class.
I've never had a problem with him. You know I haven't. I haven't had a problem with him.
If you the choice, I've got a choice between him and Pogba.
Ozil. I wouldn't change him. I really wouldn't.
Seriously,
I wouldn't change him. That's my opinion. I wouldn't change him. Do you know what I mean?
You wouldn't have him over Pogba in your current side.
No.
When you've got quite a few players, not like Ozil because I know he's very good.
We've got no players.
But look at your midfield.
Your own manager has said there is no copy of Mesut Ozil. Your own manager.
I'm not saying Mesut Ozil is world class, 100%. And
I'm saying, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, right? Pogba has started to show me something where I've gone, you know what? All banter aside, when he first came along and take the piss out of his haircut and the dancing and all this and that.
He's showing it, man.
He's showing that he's a serious player.
Look how we've been without him.
What I mean?
Look how we've been. We've been.
All right, you know what? Listen. Let me do combined 11. Right, so let's do a combined.
First of all, take out all of your defence.
No, hold on. Let's start.
We've got the best defence in the league.
Combined 11.
We've got the best defence.
Let me explain something to you. And I said this last night. You've only got the best defence in the league. You've only got the best defence in the league because of your goalkeeper. That's the only one I'm going to give you.
Our centre halves are wicked.
All right, let's start. Wait. Hold on. Pipe down, both of you. So in goal,
David De Gea.
Yeah, that's not even
all day
long. De Gea, right?
Yeah. I'm going to go.
So right back.
We play free.
We're going to play. You play free across the back.
Well, we're changing the game.
We play free. We'll go with a free.
So, but you play free a lot. We play free all the time. So
let's go with a free.
It's a simplified free. So in the free across the back.
I'll go with the first name.
Right back, right hand side for the free.
Right hand side. I'm trying to think who Man United's main ones are because
Smalling,
Valencia, wouldn't it?
Smalling.
No, it'll be right wing.
Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, so it'd be Smalling.
Smalling solid.
Really?
Solid, yeah.
Got a solid peanut. Yeah, that's about
it. that meets every header and wins his duels.
Who's your main free?
Oh my God! Wait, Eric Bailly. End of story.
Okay,
Eric Bailly. End of story. Because I didn't even get to him yet. He was going to be my centre one.
Instead of who? Mustafi?
Yeah.
Mustafi's
been playing brilliant the last few games, but he's missed a lot as well.
Right, so
and I know Eric Bailly he has as well.
So we've got Smalling and
no, we ain't got Smalling.
So who've you got?
I will have Koscielny and Monreal. Monreal for me
on the left hand side.
Monreal's been possibly the best player
for me. I'd have Rojo.
Behave yourself.
Solid.
No
he's been out for a long time. You know how good he was.
He's nowhere near better than Nacho. No chance.
He don't go forward like he's a centre half. He's an actual centre half. But in a back three,
Nacho is a left back, but he's gone into that back three.
He's been a consistent player for
and I think
not over Rojo.
I think 9 games in a row now. Mustafi, Koscielny, Monreal, no goals conceded.
Mustafi over Monreal.
No goals conceded.
I love Monreal.
Monreal has been brilliant this season.
Monreal has been superb. I would, you know what? Yeah, I possibly would actually put him up there as my player of the season at Arsenal
so
right
far.
now.
All right, let's go wing backs now. Yeah. Right hand side, right wing back.
Valencia is way better than Bellerin. Go to the left wing back. DT.
You know what?
DT.
It's like, but wait, shut up a minute,
DT.
man. Be quiet.
Like you said about the game, no point talking about it. It's the same with Valencia. Valencia and Bellerin.
I'm going to say something. I'm going to say I'll let you have Valencia in there. But I'm saying there's not a lot between them. It's just that Bellerin is just a bit inconsistent at times. He's got it there.
Valencia's a good player.
You know what I mean? He's got it there. He's got it there. I'm not disputing who's going to go there. I'm just saying, but you know, you're talking like it's a huge gap, but it's not. It's like Bellerin's quality on his day.
All right, let's go.
As good as anyone.
The left-hand side. So the left-hand side.
I know you're going to say Kolasinac.
Ashley Young's
wicked.
Or Ashley Young.
Shut up, Ashley Young. Kolasinac's going to slap him, bully him.
You see Ashley Young against Watford? Do you see Ashley Young against Watford?
What? One game? You seen Kolasinac all season? We're not talking about one game. Even Jose Mourinho was shocked by his shot.
Yeah, because wicked goal. He's like,
but yeah, if Kolasinac scored, Wenger would just sit there and go, standard.
Oh, because Wenger says that about everything. You don't flipping move.
You know what? Behind Salah, right? Kolasinac's been one of the signings of the season.
Yeah.
So he's left wing back. Move on.
Right. Centre.
I'll let you have that. I've got Valencia. I'll let you have it.
All right. So in the central positions.
Yeah, well, Pogba's obviously
central positions. You got Ramsey, Xhaka. You got Pogba.
Matic, Pogba. We don't need. They're better than Ramsey and Xhaka.
Ramsey's having a serious season. Serious.
Together though, because Xhaka brings that.
You're going by what you are together.
Okay,
you know,
all right.
You get what I mean?
So it feels to mix the two.
Xhaka, I rate the guy, but he's been very inconsistent at times. Yeah. So I'm not going to even attempt to try and put him in there.
Okay.
But Aaron Ramsey.
So what you say, Pogba and Ramsey?
I'm one of Aaron Ramsey's biggest critics.
Yeah, you have been, yeah. But he has been playing well.
He is playing. I think it's over his last few games.
He's been playing well.
I think he's got like 5 assists, 3 goals in his.
Right, Ramsey's been playing.
Do you know what? Do you know what? Because you lot haven't got a proper defensive midfielder who's actually solid and does their job and stays there. Matic is exactly that for us. He's been playing no less than a 7 all year, mainly 8s. Been a revelation, and on top of that, no one expected it. Let's face it. At Chelsea, people thought like he was a big part of, like next to Kante, he was a big part of them and went kind of under the radar when because Kante.
See, if anything,
but he was solid.
The argument could be that it would be better Matic, Ramsey.
That means you're saying that Pogba's better. Nah, man.
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm saying maybe push Pogba forward, but then you've got to try and beat me over Ozil.
Yeah, that's what I'm there. But we already had that, and I'm rating Pogba over Ozil anyway.
This is what I'm saying. So it's like.
So who are we going for?
It's how you want to go with it.
Who are we going for in that 2?
For me, yeah, that 2 has to be Matic and Pogba.
And for me,
because then we ain't got a good number 10, so it would be Ozil.
For me, it would be Pogba and Ramsey.
So you got no holding midfielder.
Well, they both do the job, don't they?
You don't need a holding midfielder.
Pogba's not really a holding.
Nah, he's not.
No, but I'm saying
Ramsey's not.
But
not really a holding player. They're both box.
So that's what I'm saying. So you talk about the holding
midfielders.
Xhaka is closer to Matic, yeah. So let's compare them two. Matic wins that. So really, it's got to be between Pogba and Ramsey.
I'll let you have Matic and what's his name?
Pogba.
What's his name?
But it's true because further up the pitch, we've been playing without a number 10 for ages. So
let's get the three. Let's get the three.
We got the
three across the front.
Lacazette, Alexis, Ozil. Good night. See ya.
Nah, Martial's in there, mate.
Get out of it.
Martial's in there, mate.
B-Tech
Martial's solid. Ain't no B-Tech on. He's doing it.
Martial, you got Rashford.
Is Martial better than Alexis?
Lukaku?
Don't be silly.
No, not yet. Not yet.
There you go. Well, we've already established that Ozil's going to go in that 10 kind of role. That's what you even said a minute ago.
Yeah,
That's why
so
we're going to go to the 2. You've already established that Lacazette's better than Lukaku, so he's going there.
Yeah, right? I have to say, yeah.
So now we go down to Alexis. Is Martial better than Alexis? No, he ain't. Thank you. Good night.
You got that.
There we go.
Back down on the Pogba one and took it.
There we go.
What about Ibrahimovic?
Nah, man. He ain't even played this season, really.
If you're asking if Ibrahimovic better than Lacazette,
huh? No, but you've got to go by right now what they're doing.
Yeah, we're doing it right now. All right, fair enough. He's been out for a long time. He's only been back 3 games. So
you know what I mean.
But if he was on form,
Zlatan, and he is Zlatan. That's it. Done.
Yeah, but that's what you're doing.
I haven't calculated.
He's Zlatan.
I'm trying to think who's got more.
He's Zlatan. That's all I need
to say.
Hold on. He was Arsenal fan.
Let me calculate. I'm trying to work out who's got more.
Count your Man United.
So United. So we got De Gea.
Yeah. Valencia.
The back 3 was what?
Bailly
was in there. Smalling
was in there.
No, Koscielny and Monreal.
Oh,
you didn't disagree with it.
Oh,
we
I
can
didn't
run
know
the
you said
BT
that.
back, bruv.
Oh, well,
sorry,
no,
bruv.
fair enough. I don't remember.
Yes.
I don't remember agreeing to that one.
Well, I'm sorry, you didn't disagree with it, so it's
Mate,
in there.
nah.
Sorry,
we speak about Phil Jones.
because you turned round and said about Smalling, and you went, no, what am I on about? Bailly, actually.
Bailly, yeah.
So you replaced him with Bailly, and then I went, Koscielny, Monreal. Then we got on the debate about Monreal. You didn't even mention Koscielny. Come on, bruv, keep up now. Sorry, mate.
Nah.
So,
because you know why I'm not having that? You know why I'm not having that?
You've already done it.
We've got the best defence in the league. Where are you going putting all these little man ahead of us when we've conceded the least goals?
That's about.
We've conceded the least goals.
Because of De Gea.
It's not because of De Gea.
Yes,
It's not.
Yes,
He doesn't even, half the games don't even have a lot to do.
Yeah, you've seen the gloves he plays with.
Ah, shut up,
Things.
man. Realistically, if we can take out your whole back four and just put ours there.
So man's got De Gea, Valencia, Bailly, Pogba, Matic. That's it.
5. And he's claiming also another defender.
Well, it's too late.
It's too late. Oh,
So really and truly, but whether
it's
you know,
close though, basically.
what we're saying is basically this is an even game this weekend, isn't it? When you compare it like that, both teams are evenly matched. Yeah, would you both say?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
100%.
I'd say so. But
Who's going to win?
But we should be going into more. We should be the more confident side.
So you think we'll win?
Yeah.
I think we'll get a draw.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'd love to be proved wrong.
You don't think you lose though?
I don't think we'll lose. I think we get a draw.
You think we'll win? On the two clubs, right? You know what I mean? This is a question that often gets asked, right? About legends, right? So, biggest legend in recent times, what, Cantona? For you guys?
Yeah. Skulls, Geeks.
We'll get to those.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah.
I'm going up front. Cantona,
All right, yeah.
Henry. Who's the better?
Henry.
Henry was phenomenal. He'd done it for a long period of time.
Do you know what? In terms of French footballers, Olivier Giroud scored more Premier League goals than Cantona. So don't put him in the same breath as Henry. Next.
Eric Cantona's an absolute legend.
Eric Cantona scored 70 Premier League goals. Olivier Giroud now has 72.
It's taken him about 1 million shots to get there. He's been there so long. This is the same guy. Giroud's he's not good enough, Robbie.
He's my boy.
Why is he our number one striker? He ain't good enough.
He's my boy.
And now it's his boy. Are you not hearing this?
You try to get a picture of him at the FIFA Awards. You know what I mean?
Nuts.
Oh, DT, man, get pictures of Ronaldo and that.
DT?
Yeah.
I normally back you back.
Wait,
I'm banning that.
Let's see when Ronaldo 7 got there, you put up the picture my life's complete.
R9.
And the other one.
No, I haven't.
You was like, R7 Ronaldo's coming, he's coming.
I bet you £1,000.
No, you did
right
put that
now,
as well. You did put that, but you were absolutely gassed to see CR7, former Man United player, was you not?
Real Madrid player.
No, I just... Carry on, Robbie.
Real Madrid player.
Carry on, Robbie.
Oh, mate.
The Invincibles or the treble-winning team of Manchester United?
Well,
who was a better team?
I think it's very, very easy.
It's the Invincibles.
I think it's very, very easy.
It's the Invincibles, mate. Over the course of 38 games.
I don't care.
And do you know what? We actually gave you. Yeah, we actually gave you 2 of those trophies. Dennis Bergkamp, injury time penalty at Villa Park. FA Cup would have been gone.
This is
the league. We threw it away at Leeds United when we had it won. We handed that to you, and then you had you won the Champions League, but. Blimey, the luck that was in that against Bayern Munich.
Look at the luck you had in your season when you went unbeaten. How many draws did you get?
What are you on about? We drew most of our games towards the end once we'd already won.
Loads of luck in that season. You went out of 2 and Chelsea knocked you out of Champions League.
Yep,
shocking.
Finals.
Middlesbrough knocked you out of, was it FA Cup?
League Cup,
and the FA Cup.
Man United.
So you wasn't that great. Like, I don't understand that. Don't get me wrong, it's a massive achievement. I was saying to someone today about that. You know that Invincibles thing, yeah. And I know what reaction I'm going to get from both of you, and I speak to Arsenal fans about this all the time. I would rather, and this is just me, say, yeah.
I would rather a Champions League than Invincibles. I know what you're going to say.
I wasn't going to say that, but thanks for that one.
If someone was to say to me now, would you take the Champions League?
Yeah, of course. You never won it before.
So what was he going to say?
I was going to say, yeah. You see that whole Invincibles thing. You lot are going to. I know what you're going to do, but for me. The aim of football is to get the most points on the board, yeah? For me, if you set the record, yeah, of getting the most amount of Premier League points, yeah, in a season, the most points on the board, for me, that means that you are the best team because the argument is Invincibles ever best team in the Prem? For me, that was the best team in the Prem, in the history of the Prem, would be the team that got the most points.
The thing is,
I'd rather win. I'd rather lose 2 games and win all the rest.
Every
season. I would.
A whole season unbeaten.
Every season,
you know how hard that is to do.
I'm not saying that.
Every season's different, right? And because of certain factors and what goes on. Yeah. There's one season where you could get X amount of points, and the year before it would have won you the league. But this year you got 4th.
It changes.
So what I'm saying is,
but it's all relative to that season.
It's like,
in that season.
Do you remember the year that Man United actually had the audacity to think that they were going to go undefeated, and they went 20 odd games, and they were thinking, "Oi!" And then they went to Wolves, and they went, "Shut up." You know what I mean?
It's difficult. I'm not saying. Listen.
No, it's a bigger achievement to go this season.
This is what I mean. You're going to think I'm taking the gloss off.
Listen, let's get back on the.
Yeah, the 99 team. Our team was better. We've done a treble, and one of them trebles was Champions League. Wasn't no Mickey Mouse treble, the proper treble.
Oh, what, like last year?
Yeah. I don't even call that a treble. I don't call
Jose
that a treble.
Mourinho did.
Yeah,
he was standing there on the pitch going like this to everyone.
That's the passion.
Free.
That's the passion. That's the passion.
And then the moment Arsenal fans mentioned like the Community Shield.
That's the passion.
Oh, no, it's not allowed. No,
DT.
no.
That was the passion.
No.
Anyway, back to what we were saying. That was the proper treble. You would have loved to win that. Who wouldn't? The proper treble.
I'm alright. Mine's
Champions
gold.
League.
Mine's gold.
So you think it's a bigger achievement?
Mine's gold.
Are you saying?
Mine's gold. Mine's gold.
I can't believe you're saying that.
Sorry.
So you're saying that the Invincible thing's are bigger?
Yes.
Over the
course of a season.
You're nuts.
38 games.
I don't care. It could have been 100 games. I don't care.
Well, it was 49.
What do you play football? Wait there.
It was 49 actually until you robbed us.
Hold on.
Mike Riley robbed us actually.
DT.
And the Chuckle brothers, Gary and Philip, were kicking Jose everywhere.
Wait there.
And if Gary's got a problem with that, we can have another debate.
Wait there.
That's what I mean. And it's like,
wait there.
But no, seriously, 38 games. And what you got to remember is you got to understand, you never play to your peak every single game. Even Man City right now are slapping teams all over the place, but then in the last 2 games they've had to scrape injury time winners and stuff like that. When we were playing poorly,
all right.
I remember we played Portsmouth and we were playing away from home with 1-0 down. Sol Campbell of all people steps up, pings one bottom corner,
I'm reliving
I'm reliving it. And then the best thing about that, what people will forget, the game was 1-1 right towards injury time. Yakubu. Ball broke in. He's one-on-one with Jens Lehmann. The Invincibles is over. Jens Lehmann. Boom! I'm saying to consistently not lose from August to May.
Yeah.
Through every weather, every condition, every single one.
Fantastic.
Let's move on to
No, wait there. I've got a question for him. No. What is football measured on? Why do teams compete in this? What do they want?
Trophies.
Right.
Yeah, they won a trophy.
No, hold on.
They won the league.
They won a trophy. We won 3 in one season.
Yes, but it wasn't just a trophy. It was undefeated.
So what? We won
over 30.
We wanted something that you've never even got your hands on before.
You've never got your hands on a gold Premier League.
God. Wow.
What do you mean,
gold
wow?
Premier League.
Gold.
Jeez.
Gold.
Are you actually clinging on to the fact that the cup is gold?
Gold. Gold.
You know what? Yeah. When this stops filming, I know you're going to say, yeah, no.
No, I'm not.
No, man, you are.
It's ironic as well what channel you work for. I'm mentioning the name Gold, isn't it? Yeah. Gold. What's his name? Gold member.
Football is measured on trophies. It's measured on trophies. That's why we're all in it. If you go a season,
yeah, but they won a trophy that season. It was a season
trophy. We won trophies. Proper.
What was it? Ty says Invincible. Invincible.
There's no point even me discussing it with you two because for it to be.
Listen, I'm just trying to pick the questions. Yeah. I'm not.
That's my answer. Anyway.
I'm not trying to influence.
I'm not having that over the Man United treble. No chance. Pick a different season where we just won the league. I might say, all right, well done.
Can I compare because I was going to do like a midfielder comparison, like Scholes. Who would it be? Scholes and Vieira. But Vieira's
you can't compare. If you're going to do comparisons, it has to be.
Have you got anyone close to Scholes?
Keane and Vieira.
Have you got anyone close to Scholes?
It has to be
Keane and Vieira. Keane and Vieira. Who was the Keane and Vieira?
Roy Keane, man.
Who was better?
Patrick Vieira.
Roy Keane.
Patrick Vieira.
Roy Keane. That game in the tunnel. Pick on me.
Patrick just stood there and laughed at him.
No, he didn't.
He laughed at him.
He was shook.
really shook.
He was shook.
Come on now,
He was shook.
He weren't shook.
He was shook, mate.
Even Roy Keane himself said he was shook.
Did you see where Patrick Vieira grew up? You see where he grew up?
No, I'm joking.
That's what Senegal.
But do you know what, Roy Keane?
Man was shook.
Roy Keane, yeah, he didn't care about nothing. Take any man out.
But then so did Patrick.
Solid player. But for me, for Man United at that time, he was just that force we needed, man. For me.
Yeah, but so was Vieira, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, it was for you. But for me.
And then when you look at the overall, do you know how much Roy Keane cost?
I don't. 3.5 million.
Well, Patrick Vieira cost
Forest,
like less than 1.5. So we got the better.
That was Wenger's thing, though, innit? He used to go and meet people for cheap.
So technically, we got a better player, didn't we?
Technically, you could say that on the money spent.
Next.
On the money spent, but nah,
Next.
Roy Keane. I'm saying nah.
Next.
Roy Keane.
Next.
Manager? Wenger and Fergie?
Go on then. Oh, hold on. Let me look for one of these banners. Wait there. Let me try it.
What's that?
Hold it up for Wenger just to smile your back.
What's that?
Although Fergie used to do it on a way bigger budget, didn't he? He could go out there and like spend. If he would have had the spending restraints of say Wenger, would he have done it the same way?
Yeah. Fergie's the best manager of all time.
No. He did used to spend a lot of money though, didn't he? He'd go and he'd get that
but that's
big
not his
player.
fault. He was at a bigger club.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying if without that, would he have been?
I think so. Do you know why? So as Ferguson, yeah, in the season he left us, yeah. We had in our midfield Tom Cleverley, Anderson, like players like Fletcher, Partey, something like that. Fergie didn't just go and buy all world class talent, try and get.
Van Persie.
Don't get me wrong. That
He
was
bought
then,
Van
that was
Persie.
then. I'm not saying he
needed
hasn't bought-
goals.
Do you not think
I'm not
that-
saying, but what I'm saying is he had a knack for making average players very good players.
Yeah.
And that is down to management.
Do you not also think that Fergie, for all the good that he did, he's left you in
He left us in a bad
now?
position. I listen. I
He's left you in a
100%
mess
agree
now.
with that. Only Fergie could have got what he got out of that side. Yes, Van Persie. Yeah, I understand that. He was the best striker in the league at the time, and he went and got him, and he won us the league. But
So do you-
only Fergie could have got that out of that. When aging
but
Rio,
do you forgive him
aging
for
everyone.
leaving you in that way? Because you're paying the price now, season after season.
You know what?
You're not a better club than Arsenal now.
You can't. We can't. I hope I speak for all Man United fans to say a bad word about Fergie. No,
I wouldn't, because
can't.
he was a serious.
Yeah,
manager.
I don't. Of course, I
Do you know what I
don't
mean?
agree with the appointment of Moyes, and I think a lot of that's like. Do you know what you joked about it earlier? You joked about it earlier. Scotsman, and there has been some things I thought. You know what? There was a little bit of me that I didn't really want to think. I don't like talking any ill of Fergie. Yeah, he's the Messiah. He's the God of Man United. Yeah. However, there was a little bit of me that thought, did he go for a crap manager because he just thought, oh, I don't want anyone to come and outdo me?
See, what have I said?
Do you know what I'm saying?
What
have you said that before?
I've been saying it about Wenger. I said that he sabotaged.
Yeah.
So
you don't want to think like that, do you?
And you don't want to think. It's like, look, at the end of the day, Fergie. It goes by his record, and he's won countless trophies. So
listen, it all boils down to this weekend.
Yeah.
It's a massive game. As we've all the discussions we've had around that game, it's an evenly matched game. It's two big teams. It's big players all over the park. You guys have already given your prediction, but you know, I'm really looking forward to the game. Yeah. It's going to be massive. Flex, I know it's falling on your birthday.
My 30th birthday on Saturday, mate. I didn't really want to tell him that. I didn't really want to tell him that. But I have said, yeah, win, lose, draw, get battered, whatever. Yes, if we win, mate, yeah, I'm going to milk the hell out of it, 100%.
Yeah.
But if we lose, I'll be there. I ain't going to hide. I'll be there. It is what it is, isn't it?
okay, that's fine. I got a present. I saw. He should have told me it was his birthday.
Listen, Flex, thank you very much for braving it and coming on to All Guns Blazing today. Just remind everybody of the channel that you're on.
Yeah, so I'm on United Stand. Check it out. United Stand on YouTube and on Twitter. Get at me, Flex United Stand as well.
It's actually the best United fan channel.
And that's coming from him.
And you of course, you know, I've been watching your interviews of that, man. Good work. So you interview lots of fans after the games, home and away.
Home and away, man. Yeah.
So you'll be down there on Saturday.
Be down there on Saturday. Be there. Like I said,
only round the corner for you, though, isn't it? Only round the corner, innit?
Oh, you know what? On that, yeah. You know what? 'Cause I know you get onto a lot of fans. You know, outside Old Trafford, I've been seeing it. Like, a lot of fans there's fans from all over the world. I'm not saying Arsenal don't have that, but when you are the biggest club in the world, it's what happens.
Oh, we've got it. We've got that.
I mean,
but the fact you was born in London, so I don't.
So listen, guys. Don't forget you can download the podcast. The link download the podcast. The link is in the description. You can subscribe to United Stand and check out Flex's videos if you're a United fan. He'll be there at the weekend. Of course, the ArsenalFanTV will be down there at the weekend. Hopefully, we'll have a big smile on our face. Hopefully, Flex will enjoy his birthday, but be sad about the game. But what do you guys think about the game as well? Leave your comments below. I want to hear from both sets of fans, right? Leave your comments. Who's going to win? Who's Roy Keane or Vieira? Fergie or Wenger, the Invincibles or the treble-winning team of Manchester United?
I can't even believe that was a question.
Cantona or Henry? Cantona or Giroud?
Cantona or Giroud? Do you know what? I can't. You lot.
Get the debate.
I thought you was going to say something else. I thought you would have said.
No, I'm only joking with that.
I can't believe it's even a question.
Get the debate flowing right now.
Man.
And thanks for watching.